'Cause we lost everything. We had to pay the price. Was missing. You lit a flame that consumed my hate. I'm not one for reminiscing, but I traded all for your sweet embrace. 'Cause we lost everything. We had to pay the price. There's a canvas with two faces of fallen angels who loved and lost. It was a passion for the ages, but in the end, guess we paid the cost. A thing of beauty, I know, will never fade away. What you did to me, I know. Said what you had to say, but a thing of beauty will never fade away. Never fade away. I see your eyes, I know you see me. You're like a ghost, you're everywhere. I'm your demon, never leaving. I'm made of soul, of rage and fear. One thing that changed it all. That one thing that caused the fall. A thing of beauty, 'cause we lost everything. We had to pay the price. I saw in you what life was missing. You live. Good morning, night city, a day in the life. I was on my own, catching a ride with the lady. Her hair hangs down past her thighs, blue and pistol shit. Satisfies, leather jacket, zipped up tight. And big ones coming, look for lost and found. Iron gleams, bright and night city, where your appetite weighs you out to sunrise. She pulls my trigger, got me up alright. It's a danger pretty here in night city. Here in night city, got me up alright. Here in night city. The way you chase and tease me, get me up so high. We're on the rooftop and you don't compromise. Too many hollow, empty bodies lying around my street. Don't testify. You've got to whisper now on your arm, and so we keep on moving. Gotta take it slow, no. She pulls my trigger, got me up alright. It's a danger pretty here in night city. She pulls my trigger, got me up alright. It's a danger pretty here in night city. Here in night city, got me up alright. Here in night city. She pulls my trigger, got me up alright. It's a danger pretty here in night city.
All right. How is everyone this evening?
Hello. Good evening. Not too bad. Can't complain.
Fantastic. So it's been a couple of weeks since we have done a video game stream, so it's almost like Jones in a little bit, I think.
A little bit.
A little bit.
Well, I wouldn't call this a video game stream.
Oh, sorry, not a video game stream. RPG stream. Wow. Yeah. Okay, my mind is fried.
We are out of practice.
Yeah. Well, I mean, could be a video game, I guess.
Happens.
I mean, they made a video game out of it.
They did.
So.
They did. It was actually a pretty good video game too. And we even made an expansion.
Yes.
I've heard good things about Phantom Liberty. I haven't played it yet, though.
I
haven't gotten it yet either.
I have it and haven't played it.
I gotta finish a couple playthroughs of Baldur's Gate 3 before
A
get
couple
another game.
playthroughs? Okay, so
No,
you'll be playing
I've
Phantom
got
Liberty in a couple years then.
2 right now.
Fantastic. Well, welcome in, everybody. Thank you all for joining us this evening for episode 3, season 2 of the BOR, our Dark Future Cyberpunk Red stream. Got some exciting stuff coming in for tonight, and with this being season 2, we got new things happening. So,
New enemies.
maybe new friends. I don't know. Do you have friends in Cyberpunk? It's kind of
Nah, you got
Right.
frenemies.
I was gonna say
People-
frenemies.
People who are friends up until they're enemies.
Indeed they are. So this might be, it's going to be a little bit shaky because we won't have I don't know if we're going to have a video, a game stream next week or not. So we'll see. I have some things I have to do next week, so I might not be able to stream. But
We'll keep you guys
everybody-
posted on Discord
Yeah.
for what those plans are.
Yeah, if you're not part of our Discord, please do join so you can stay up to date on what is going on and come hang out with us.
Or follow our Twitter, which we will be posting updates there as well.
Absolutely. So with that, let's just do a quick introduction to our wonderful victims. I mean, cast and crew tonight.
No, you were right the first time.
Oh, wow.
Not necessarily wrong on that one.
If I wasn't an evil bastard, you'd make me feel bad, but it's all good. So let's start on Harper. Tell us about you.
Wow, I'm first this time. Not sure what to do there. So hi, I'm Jenny. I play Harper Young, or Ring, as she is known to everybody, who is the crazy psychopathic biker chick who is more apparently intent to kill and rip and maim than to keep people alive.
Kill, rip, and maim. I like that. I like killing, ripping, and maiming.
I mean, considering the fact that the voices in her head kept telling her to kill, and she finally gave in to him and ripped a guy apart, and then literally goes, "Oopsie."
Yeah, I imagine Ring just has like the Doom soundtrack going on in the back of her head the entire time.
Oh no, disturbed all the way.
Okay, that similar vibe.
So Ring, pass it off. Pick who's next, please.
Girls got to stick together. I'm going with Chloe.
Paradox it is.
Yes, I'm Chloe, and I play Paradox, your friendly, not so friendly neighborhood bubblegum pop killer princess.
She is.
So I think the guys are the normal ones. That are playing.
Whatever,
As-
Paul that shoots at fish tanks for no reason.
Throws
Or
grenades
tries
and
to blow up
everything.
the entire base and instead blows up his companions.
Just my personal opinion.
All right, so pass the ball there, ma'am.
Let's go with Matt.
Everyone, I'm Matt. I play Scotty Sims, aka the Rat, and he is the only normal person in the group. I'll say. Don't trust Paul. He's the sleeper psycho. He's what you call a functioning psychopath. He's able to blend in with society.
Damn. It's a fucking
But-
shame.
But Scotty, he's the fixer, so he's a wheeler and a dealer, and usually tries to weasel his way out of things before things get violent.
All right, and I suppose that means last but not least, right?
Yeah, that leaves
Raiden.
Paul. My name is Rob. I play Paul, or his handle, Raiden. He is, despite what these yahoos have told you, he's normal mostly. He has his moments, but he's mostly normal. Just a guy out to do a job and drink a beer after a long, hard day of work. That's it. Leave him alone, he'll leave you alone.
I was really waiting for you to say something really out there, like he's stable.
Oh, he's definitely not stable. Definitely not stable. But he's normal. Okay, there's a difference. He's normal.
Put some
doesn't
big
just-
quotation marks around normal there.
Yeah, I think it just depends on what your version of normal really is. I mean,
Okay, again, he just wants to be left alone. Let him do his job. Let him drink his beer. That's it. That's it. That's all he wants. But people keep not letting him do that.
they are all a cool group of people. I love them very much. So, with that, we can get ourselves rolling into this tonight. So, little recap from last week. So, last week you guys were hunting down a member of the 6th Street gang. Paradox almost got recruited, or I'm not really sure. She almost got her truck stolen too. And you know, I thought she was going to have a boyfriend for a minute there, but then that changed, I guess.
Talk about
So-
unstable. That woman is not stable enough to be in a relationship. What are you talking about?
Paradox with a
I
boyfriend.
agree with that. I do.
That would be funny. I think the only person she'd probably be able to date is Adam Smasher.
Adam Smasher.
No,
Oh.
no.
I don't know. There's a reason they call him Madam Smasher, and it may not be the reason you're thinking.
Wow.
Uh,
All right, so we went through that. We found this notorious gang member by the name of Skeet. What a wonderful guy
Okay.
he was.
You have to remove Notorious from that description.
No, he's notorious
The
for a reason,
name.
and I imagine it's the name.
The name like fuck it, Skeet. Jesus Christ.
Scotty found some new customers and prevented the truck from being stolen. And you all got an introduction to some weirdness going on in your system. So since you all have a shared system, you've had those little problems with the stray thoughts coming in and interrupting what you're doing. Once you got back after Paul tried to blow all of you up and you got back to your base, Sebastian informed you that he had found a virus in your system. Something that had attached itself to all of you, I believe, except for Paradox. And he was trying to isolate it, but that was unsuccessful. He was, however, able to track down a signal source, and that signal source is in Kabuki, down by Jig Street in the Warrens.
Of course it is. Every unsavory, dirty, disgusting thing goes to Jig Street.
Lots of viruses can track their origin here.
Wow.
In more ways than one.
Yeah. That's an epiphany, man. Thank you for that.
If you're not picking up what we're putting down, Jig Street is a cesspool.
Come on. Jig Street's cool.
Yeah, if you want to catch something.
Wakaku's down there. Come on now.
I don't trust
It's the only
her.
good thing.
Just don't marry her. Just don't marry her.
Yeah.
Word.
Well, for the guys.
Become number 7.
Usually doesn't end well when she slaps the moniker of husband in front of your name.
Yeah, she's one. Wow. So anyway, you are in Kabuki, trying to track down this signal. You've enlisted the aid of Playboy, so Playboy is there to help you. Let me pop up a picture quick so everybody get a reference of who is Playboy.
Super Widow.
This is Playboy. All right. Wakaku. All super. Absolutely. All right. So with that, I will leave it off to you guys. Tell us what's going on, where you're at, what are you doing. The city is busy and hot tonight with
so it's evening.
With light rain, by the way.
Ugh.
Hey, at least it's not blood rain.
Well, Paul has his acid rain poncho and rebreather on because he ain't trying to catch nothing. Not from this rain. He's kind of looking around and taking in the city at night, and he admits to himself that the city itself it has a gritty, dirty veneer of allure to it. Something attractive about the city in a grungy kind of way.
You're really trying to pass yourself off with the normal one?
I mean, he's just admiring the fucking city. Jesus.
Man's like, this place is trash. I love it.
I mean, it's like honestly, it's like most any city. Most any city, if you take a kind of a distant look at it, it looks good. And then when you get down street level, you're like, oh, this fucking sucks.
It's true.
Kabuki
As someone
is-
who was born and raised in a city, I know from experience.
Not just a
Maybe that's the
city, like
difference.
the
Yeah.
city.
Born and raised in New York City, man. I know. Get that New York City skyline, you're like, ah, this place is beautiful. And then you get down on fucking 34th Street or something, 42nd Street. Like, yep, this is shithole. Never mind.
All right, so what are the rest of you doing? Where are you? What right now Playboy doesn't have any lock on the signal. You're basically just searching the city.
Yeah. So I think before the stream we discussed the idea of being kind of going around in two groups,
Okay.
so as not to be like a totally conspicuous group of 5 people right now, including Playboy. So Scotty's definitely with Playboy, and he's just kind of walking around with her as she tries to get like a handle on this signal, try to pinpoint where it is. And yeah, he's got his own kind of like poncho for this acid rain going on, or blood rain.
No, I think
I
it's
don't
just
think
acid
it's
rain.
not. It's just acid rain. It's not.
Oh,
blood
is it
rain.
acid rain? Okay, acid. Well, yeah. Anyway, whatever kind of dangerous rain it is, he's got a poncho for it.
Dangerous rain.
Dangerous rain.
Okay. So
Rain.
go ahead.
Ring also has her poncho on and is standing near Paul, and it's just like, I fucking hate the rain. Why do we have to be out in this shit?
Because it's either that or we don't know what the fuck's going on. Besides, it's just mostly water, I think.
And we don't really know what's going on right now anyway. It's not like he gave us much detail.
Yeah, and everyone's not like standing around in a group because that would be weird. But he calls up Scotty and he's like, "Hey, does she have a lock on this signal at all, or she's still figuring it the fuck out?"
I mean, we got the general area here, but she's still working on trying to pinpoint it.
Well, can you tell her to work faster? I'm getting hungry.
I'm sure telling her to hurry up will do all the good in the world.
Yeah, like I can hurry up. Look, I'm hungry too, buddy.
All right,
Brings
well,
it
while
back.
you're searching, I'm gonna go get me some noodles.
Ring just kind of side eyes Paul and goes, "You're always hungry."
Yeah, well,
By the way, are you guys using your internal agent? Is that what you're communicating on?
Oh,
No, the bird.
no, he called. He called
Okay.
Scotty.
I'm the good old Nokia.
Yeah, okay, still around, baby. Still as reliable as a fucking tank.
As reliable as a communications device or impromptu projectile.
All right, so you're down in New Orleans at Kabuki. I mean, there's little food places, there's actual little restaurants, there's street vendors. You name it. The alleyways in this part of the city are tight, buildings. They're not necessarily like super tall buildings, but they're so close together that in a lot of areas you really can't see more than just a thin strip of the skyline up 5 or 6 stories above you. Lots of noise, different languages being spoken. Predominantly it's Asian languages down in this area, but you see a wide variety. It's kind of like a melting pot of people. You hear Russian, French, all kinds of different languages being spoken. Some street slang.
All right. Well, Paul is actually going to make his way to a noodle stand.
All right.
Man doesn't eat anything but noodles.
Yeah.
Cannot imagine. Cannot
Noodles
imagine.
and beer.
Noodles and beer, baby.
Yeah. This is not a healthy man.
What you talking about? He is healthy as an ox.
Ring just kind of looks over and is like, can we get burritos or something other than noodles for once?
Yeah, sure. He takes his chopsticks after ordering some noodles with beef and vegetables, and he kind of points at any of the other ones. He's like, "Well, pick your poison."
Yeah, that's what I'm worried about is fucking legit poison down here. And them damn noodles.
But he does. After he gets his food, he kind of starts walking around, just kind of looking around Jig Jig Street to see if there's anything out of the ordinary that might stand out to him.
There, you do have a huge variety of foods and whatever vendors you want to find. I mean, you can find basically anything down here if you really look for it. Depends on what you're looking for when you say out of the ordinary, because you see.
This is Jig Jig Street.
Yeah, I mean, you've got everything. You've got ladies of the night down here. You have people with all sorts of different biomods. You see a group of people walking together. They kind of look like moxes at first, but then when they look at, when you actually get a good look at them, you see that they actually have skin grafting, and their skin actually looks scaly, like fish scales or lizard skin.
Ugh.
We call them scalies.
One of them looks at you, and their tongue flickers out of their mouth, and it is literally this thin, long, forked thing that flickers out of their mouth.
No, I'm good.
Ring just shakes her head. It's like, I like the tattoos and the piercings, but that's going a little far even for me.
Fucking weird.
To each their own.
So I guess to clarify, out of the ordinary, anything pertaining to what they're looking for, maybe, I don't know, anyone that they might have come across in the past, like, someone from the bureau, maybe Lobos perhaps, I don't know. He doesn't really know what the fuck to be looking for, so he's kind of looking out for almost anything.
All right, well, give me a check for that.
I'll give you a perception check. Where is it? That is, never mind. That's a 13 with a nat 1.
That is a never mind. Okay.
Yeah, that is he's focused on the noodles.
Yeah, strangely enough, for as much as you have been in the city, not a soul looks familiar to you tonight.
He's just digging into those noodles right now.
Yeah, he's face first in the noodles.
Actually, as you're munching away on your noodles, I don't know if are you actually paying attention to what you're eating, or are you trying to look around while you're eating? And
oh, he's paying attention. He's kind of glancing down and looking around, glancing down in between bites.
You glance down, look around, and then you take that next bite, and just kind of chewing away. It's delicious. It's hot. It's saucy, and suddenly something crunches.
Ooh.
You know what? He just keeps on fucking chewing.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
yeah. In his head, he's like, you know what? not even gonna ask questions. I'm just gonna keep eating.
Given that Ring's right there, I'm assuming she heard this crunch.
Yeah, I would say. I mean, you probably heard it.
She's just gonna look over and goes, "The fuck did you just?"
It's vegetables.
Crunchy
First-
vegetables, you know.
There's a spring onion.
Aha! Wouldn't trust that.
The
I'm not
self-proclaimed
hungry no
normal
more.
Oh, are you sure, Ring? I was just gonna ask you what are you looking for to eat, but I guess
She's just like, I'm not hungry no more.
the
Even I have my limits.
the little Asian lady that he bought his noodles from is looking at you. She's like, "You want some? You hungry?
No, thank you.
I got some right here. It's good."
I'll pass. And she's just got like this deadpan look on her face. Like she has perfected this deadpan look, so.
This fucking. It's extra protein, all right? It's extra protein.
Mm-hmm. Protein my ass.
It's the last time he buys noodles from this place.
Wow,
So
even with
Uncle
the extra
Lau's-
protein, I mean,
Uncle Lau's or nothing.
it's like you got a special deal. You got that extra protein, no extra cost. I mean,
Exactly. That's rare in this city. You only got to pay extra.
That's a silver lining look if I ever fucking saw it.
all right, so we'll move over to Scotty and Paradox and Playboy. So, in proximity, so these guys are kind of down in the market area. Well, Paul and Ring are kind of down in the market area of the city. I'm assuming you guys are maybe over by the wharf side area.
Probably.
Yeah,
Yeah, we
Up
can
to
say
you,
we're
you-
around there.
You tell me
probably
where
on
you're at.
opposite sides of each other, so they get a more specific location.
So it's a little quieter in the area that you guys are. I mean, there's still lots of people around, but you know where Paul and Ring kind of are jostling their way through the crowd. A little sparser in this area. A lot more, you know, people kind of minding their own business, doing their own thing. The one thing that you probably notice is, I mean, obviously you're in Kabuki, so there's a pretty heavy Tiger Claw presence.
Yeah, I mean, the Tiger Claws essentially run Jig Street, so it's definitely their turf.
Oh, absolutely.
So this guy's just kind of like looking around. He's like, you know, maybe we should have taken the market side. At least then we could we could get some food while we were looking. Don't think they got much around here.
There's some food vendors down here. You got like the little cart guy. You see a guy from where you're at. He's got a little cart. It's like a little grill on the top. He's got some meat up there. He's grilling some what looks like hot dog buns. And
Ooh, hot dog stand. Okay. It's like, oh, never mind. There's something right there. He kind of looks to Playboy and Paradox like, you guys want anything?
Playboy just gives you this look like, ugh.
Paradox looked over at the stand and asks, and just she's determining if there's a good line. If there's a good line, usually you can assume it's a pretty safe stand to eat food from.
There's no line. You've seen some people walk up there and buy stuff from him.
Paradox kind of looks over at Scotty and says, I'm gonna wait and see how many more people come up and buy some food. You're welcome to, but unless there's a line, I don't eat from it.
This guy just shrugs like, all right. And he just goes over to the hot dog stand.
Hey, buddy, what can I do for you? What you want? You want some franks? You want some sausages? You want something special? We got some special meat for you.
He's kind of gives him a look. Is like, What do you mean special meat?
Special, like the real thing.
Why do you have
This
to
is
say it so
getting
weird?
worse.
Like the way you're saying it is intention. That's what really makes it sound weird to me.
Way you said it?
Yeah, the way you said it, you're like, wow, this is really special meat. You know, like
Because it
kinda,
is.
like,
It's
wiggling your
special.
eyebrows.
What? Okay, but look. All right, you can have the synth shit. All right, it's good too. It's cheaper.
Okay. Okay.
I got
Just
some shrimp.
look-
I got some shrimp. You want some shrimp?
You got shrimp?
I got shrimp. I can
okay.
cook. I even throw it on the Barbie here for you.
Yeah, sure. I'll take some
Got
shrimp.
a little sauce, can go with it. Okay, all right. He pulls out this reaches underneath there, opens up the little cooler underneath, and pulls out this pan with a couple bags in it, and dumps these. They're little shrimp, but he dumps them out on the grill, kind of grilling them up for you. He's like, "This will be ready quick. Doesn't take very long to cook these shrimp."
I mean, little ones like that, wouldn't think so. So, you get much business around here?
You stay pretty steady.
Yeah, you been in the area long?
What? Why?
Just making small talk.
You cop or something?
No.
He gets all your shrimp into a little basket. You can see the steam coming off. He douses them in this butter sauce out of a squirt jar. You want marinara? You want some sort of garnish with that?
Is marinara normal with shrimp?
That's what I got, man.
I'm not much of a seafood person, so I don't know the proper shrimp etiquette, I suppose.
It depends. Usually it's not marinara sauce, it's cocktail sauce.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so Skywatch Man's like, you got cocktail sauce?
Yeah. Grab some cocktail sauce and
Why does he
puts a
sound so
little
disappointed?
little of it in the one corner.
It's like he's so disappointed
That'd
that
be-
I asked for cocktail sauce.
That'll be 10 eddies.
Yeah, sure thing. And
You want something to drink with that? I got some drinks here too.
it's like, nah, I don't want to keep both my hands. Bunch of food. We have to. This shrimp is two-hand food anyway.
All right, there you go.
All right, thanks, Chum.
Yep, you enjoy.
And Scotty heads back to the others. It's like, you guys got shrimp at a hot dog stand.
So as Scotty's walking back to you guys and he says this, you're kind of looking behind him and you can see this guy's packing his stand-up.
What?
He's packing his stand-up. Looks like he's packing up, getting ready to move.
Oh, packing his stand up.
Yep.
Okay. Paradox kind of just huffs and leans up against a wall and crosses her arms and looks antsy. She's kind of bouncing and looks very bored. She just looks over and is like, what are we even doing? Let's do something. I'm so bored.
Oh, wow. So I need to get up closer to these buildings so I can check things.
All right, let's get closer then.
All right. She just takes off walking up off of the boardwalk area, basically, up by the buildings, looking for a connection point.
Paradox follows, but she's kind of like dragging her feet. Kind of like kicking at the ground. Arms still folded, huffing. Kind of like a an annoyed toddler, a little bit.
Is that
I was going to say an annoyed 10-year-old, but maybe, yeah.
Yeah, I mean that too.
the child at a grocery store? You know, I feel like Paradox as a child was the type where her parents would have like one of those child leashes to keep her in one place.
Yeah, I can see that.
That would be entertaining. We need to give Scotty a leash now.
I feel like for adults that is a little,
It's a little
something
different. It's a little different.
Very much so.
Not so much appropriate for being out in public anymore.
All right, so you guys move up by the buildings, kind of off of the boardwalk area. Scotty, so I mean, that shrimp tastes pretty good. Goes down easy, man.
Yeah, Scotty, I haven't had a chance to use this at all this entire time, but I promise I've had from the start. Before he goes into him, he just gives a quick check with a chemical analyzer just to see if there's anything weird in this random hot dog stall shrimp.
Oh yeah, this stuff is toxic, brother.
How bad is it compared to like what you can normally expect to be eating for every day?
Well, this actually appears to be real shrimp.
Ooh.
But that probably means that it was caught out of the harbor off of Night City.
Ew. Gross.
That is good.
Radioactive shrimp.
Yeah, pretty much. It's a toxic cesspool. You're quite sure that if you don't have some sort of filtering system for this stuff, that a few bites of it's going to make you sick.
Well, I mean, he has toxin binders and really good
go.
resist torture drug skills. So
Go for
sure,
it.
he'd be fine, right?
You gonna start eating?
I mean, you want to
Mow
risk
it
it for the
down.
biscuit, man.
Pretend you're Paul, man, and just start going to town.
I mean, he tries one just to see how it tastes first.
Now, with the cocktail sauce, it actually, I mean, it doesn't taste bad. It's definitely lathered in butter and then the cocktail sauce. I mean, it's not like it tastes like chemicals or anything. It's a little tangy even. Got a little tang to it.
It's absolutely disgusting.
I know. I don't want to hear that from you, considering what you just ate. I think Scotty, he's just like, yeah, he eats one, and he just kind of like mulls over in his head like,
Coming off his shrimp.
Hey, it doesn't taste bad. It's not crunchy or chewy. I mean, it's shrimp.
It's shrimp. It's shrimp.
By the way, give me a resist torture drugs roll, please.
okay.
Here comes the nat one. Here comes the nat one.
An 18.
Okay. No problem, man.
Yep. So
Goes down good.
He's not gonna have the Taco Bell shits tonight.
Not tonight. Yeah. So he's feeling kind of fine. He's like, I may have probably eaten worse things for me, and he just goes for another one.
All
He
right.
goes for another hot dog.
No, it's just he's got it's just like a
big
thing of shrimp.
It's like those
basket
the
shrimp.
big paper. Yeah, it's like the big paper cups you'd normally get like 2 chili dogs or something in. Only it's
Yeah.
full of shrimp.
Yeah.
Shrimp.
Glowing green shrimp, according to Infinity.
Shrimp. Put an asterisk next to that shrimp.
If he loses his hair, just get some like hair implants. I feel like those aren't very expensive in this in Cyberpunk. Just get some tech hair going.
There you
All
go.
right. Yeah. Get some tech here.
Tech hair is cheap.
So we'll move.
It is.
Not even a problem if you lose your hair.
So
It's only
we'll,
like what, 10, 15 at some of that? It's like super cheap.
Oh yeah.
the tech hair, yeah. So we'll move back up to Harper. and Paul. So, Paul, you finish off your noodles. I mean, they're good. They're comparable taste-wise. They were comparable to Mr. Lau's. I mean,
Nah, don't even go there. Don't even utter that blasphemy.
You have such loyalty to this fictional shop you made up.
Don't even utter that fucking blasphemy. Okay?
The convenience store shop.
Yeah, exactly. This is like the cup of noodle. Fucking
add a little water and nuke it for 10 minutes.
yeah, this is a cup of noodles. All right, ain't nothing like Uncle Lau's. But he enjoyed it nonetheless.
Deep
for
down
like 5
inside,
minutes.
though, you know that they actually are pretty good.
Nope. You'll never
Save for
hear
that
him say
extra
that.
protein crunch.
You'll never actually hear him say that ever.
All right, so what are you guys doing?
So he's still walking around. He's finished off his food. He's now looking for something to wash it down with.
Okay, give me a perception check. Ring, what are you doing? You decided against food after the crunchy experience. I mean,
Yeah.
It's,
Around the world.
it really could have been vegetables. I mean, it really could have been.
Given where they're at, she doesn't trust it.
that is
Or,
a fort.
spoiler alert.
It does
It's
smell
good.
fantastic. Really smells good. I mean, ooh.
Or spoiler alert, it's actually real meat and it was a bone. That would be insane.
Man just ate a bone.
Well, like,
I
you
mean-
get the tiny
The
little
cartilage.
chips.
No,
yeah.
true.
Little cartilage piece.
So,
Ring is kind of walking along next to him, kind of looking around. It's like, so what exactly are we looking for? I mean,
okay,
Honestly, I have no fucking idea.
I'm kind of lost on what the fuck we're supposed to be looking for.
Makes 2 of us. Honestly, I don't really know. He calls Scotty back. Has she got a beat on this place at all?
Right now she's looking for an access port. Probably from there she'll be able to do a little faster work. What's up?
Well, we're just wandering around at this point.
Well, I don't know. I mean that's partly what we're doing, but if you see any place that looks like, I don't know, nut runnery maybe, check it out.
Did you just say net runnery?
Yes, I did.
I mean, look, I'm not no fucking whiz kid, but any place here is you can hard line in. I think. I don't know. It's not my area of expertise.
I mean, how hard would it be to hide something like that in the back of one of these shops?
Yeah.
Look, I'm just saying, keep your eyes peeled for anything that looks like, a person that looks like they could be a netrunner, or I don't know. They got shops where they sell programs and netrunner supplies.
Paradox comes up behind Scotty and grabs his shoulders and basically talks into the phone over his shoulder and says, "Paul, we go home yet? I'm bored."
Sure. Maybe. We gotta wait.
so
Right?
Ring,
After he says,
as these guys are having this sorry, hold on 1 second. As these guys are having this conversation, you're just kind of looking around, and this one shop catches your eye. It's an actual shop in a building. Over the door is just this large mystic eye. And it looks like a purple iris. No name, nothing. Just this large eye.
She's gonna look towards the shop, and she just kind of taps Paul and makes a motion that she's headed that way and starts walking over towards the shop. Not sure why she's drawn to it, but just kind of decides to follow the gut feeling and head that way.
Sorry, I had to interrupt your conversation. You guys go right ahead.
I was just gonna say, as soon as Paradox says not, or as Paul says not yet, Paradox just huffs again and walks away.
It's like, look, if this all comes out and the signal's a dud or something, we can go home and, I don't know, find something else to do.
So,
But
Playboy's, as you're talking, Playboy's just kind of looking at you, and she watches Paradox walk away. She gives you this look, and she's like, "Is she always like that?"
and usually if there's not action going around. She needs stimulation, you know?
Okay, we're on Jig Street. Yeah, all right.
It's like, I didn't mean it like... Oh, I don't know which way she swings, honestly. But,
That's disturbing.
you know what I mean. He just, like, goes back to Paul's like, look, just keep your eye out. As soon as Playboy finds something, I'll let you know.
All right, fair enough.
So, Ring, you know, cross this alleyway, which the alleyway itself is probably 20 or 30 feet wide. It's pretty crowded, so it's hard to tell that it's as large as it is. And there's a lot of vendors and whatnot that are here. You cross the street as you're walking up to the doorway. The door's wide open to this place. As you're walking up to the doorway, you can see inside is a... Most of the room is lit by neons and actual candles. It has a very earthy feel to it. You hear this soft music playing inside. It's kind of like water sounds. Like from deep in the ocean.
She kind of steps inside, looks around a little bit, and kind of finds herself feeling a little calmer, surprisingly. She's, like, it's almost scaring her a little bit because she feels calmer being in there, but has like no clue like what the hell she's literally looking at or why she came over. And hello?
You see a
Going
couple.
around.
You see a couple of shadows as you walk through the door. You see a couple of shadows move around. So there's people in there. They don't answer you right away. There's all kinds of things in this shop, mainly like novelty style stuff. If you were religious, you would notice different religious symbols, signs. You got incense burners, the candles, all kinds of different things, hookahs from a different part of the world.
She'll kind of start looking around at the different items, and her
Defi-
mother was a little more on the religious side, so she'd probably recognize a few things from her mother.
The distinct smell of patchouli as you walk through the door.
No clue what that is, but okay.
And there's
It's a scent. It's like that musky, sweet smell. Like,
Okay.
if you've ever been to like a Lush, if you know what Lush is, or like any sort of alternative, like
before refrigeration, they use patchouli in morgues. I'll put it that way.
metaphysical shops, like always have patchouli going on. Or like if you've ever burned incense, it's usually kind of like that.
Okay.
So they've either got dead bodies here or they're doing something spiritual. That's what you're
Most
saying.
likely spiritual.
So
No, he's Jinjing Street.
as you've called out twice now, and you're just kind of walking in, looking around. I mean, it definitely has an oddly comforting feel in here. There's a little older gentleman who is walking up to you. Bald head, little goatee. He's wearing like not robes necessarily, but if you've ever seen images of like Mahatma Gandhi, that type of dress, that type of garb, and got the bony long legs, you can tell this guy's underweight, and his face is painted white, and there's rouge just in spots to make his face look like a skull. It's obviously not a skull, but it's just the way his face is painted.
She kind of glances towards the individual as he walks up and is like, hello?
Hello. Welcome. What brings you to the Mystic Portal?
Just looking.
Oh. What are you looking for?
She honestly has no clue.
We have many things here. You look troubled. Come with me, I can help you.
How so?
We have the stones. The stones can help you. Have you ever known the power of metallurgy, of the stones?
No. She seems like very skeptical.
Yes, I think hematite would help you a great deal.
Ring's about to come out with a Rishi session. It's great.
She's like, I don't know about this.
Come. And he starts walking back in the shop. Back towards the back of the shop.
She kind of glances towards the door, like hoping one of the others will freaking decide to come walking in at that point.
Nope,
And,
Paul is decidedly looking elsewhere.
She's like, fuck this crap. And she
You're
kinda
on your own.
She kind of glances down at her nails and she mutters kind of in Italian a few choice words and then will cautiously follow him to the back.
He just kind of casually looks over his shoulder and gives you a smile, kind of bobbing his head a little bit like an encouraging smile. Like everything's gonna be fine. Here, let me help you.
Yeah, she's followed him back, but she's like, I don't fucking trust this shit. And that's said in Italian.
Okay. So, back over to you, Scotty. Paradox. You're like, I don't know, are we close to temper tantrum yet? Because you're not getting your way here, it seems.
She's still just leaning against whatever surface there is that she can lean against and looking up at the sky and tapping her foot anxiously. Her arms are still crossed. Just waiting for something to happen.
Give me a perception check.
Perception. Let's see. Hopefully my computer will cooperate with me.
So while she's doing that, Paul, I mean, it seems it's... No, I'm sorry, not Paul. It's Scotty. Sorry, the rat.
Mm-hmm.
Seems like all your friends are impatient little people. I mean, what's going on, man? They don't understand these things take time. I don't know.
I don't know. Sky's just like kind of taking it easy, keeping his eyes peeled while Playboy does her thing. He kind of, polishes off the last of the shrimp. Lets out a little burp. He's like,
So give
we'll
me
we'll see if I regret that later.
Give me another resist drugs torture
21.
roll. Odd or even?
Even Steven. Make me roll second time. And that's an even.
I was for something totally different, by the way, but yeah.
Oh. I was about to say, the man has an iron gut.
Yeah, you do. That stuff went down good, man. Even felt good. It's like you actually kind of have kind of a full feeling, surprisingly, for shrimp, but you do have a little bit of, now that you've like eaten the entire thing. That's probably a good pound of shrimp. I mean, that's quite a bit of shrimp. You notice that there's this taste in your mouth that as you were like polishing off the last of the shrimp, you could kind of taste it, but now that you haven't been eating it, putting anything into your mouth for, like a minute or two, you notice there's this taste in your mouth, like you were licking an ashtray or something.
It's not the best aftertaste. So he's just kind of going like, he's gonna look for like a vending machine or something nearby, just to get something to drink.
Oh, you
Wash
bet.
the taste out of his mouth.
Then yeah, it's all over down here. You can buy anything you want.
Yeah.
Also, Paradox sees all.
I see
Is
this.
a 27.
I see this.
She opened her third eye. Shit.
We're gonna get to that in just a moment.
All right.
So, are you gonna go try and find something? I mean, the nearest ones to you've got the disposable firearms. You've got disposable everything. There's clothes. There's nice new shirts and pants, and there's even used underwear.
Man just wants something to drink. I mean, he won't like leave so far away that he like loses sight of like Paradox or Playboy.
Okay.
But if there's one within sight, he'll find it and just get like a simple drink.
So as you're looking around at these machines, all the vignettes next to you, there's nothing here to drink, but you do notice that on the other side, so probably good 100 yards away, and it just kind of pops out to you. It's like right there it is. There's a drink machine. Some sort of energy drink, you can tell, but it's liquid. But it's 100 yards away.
Show me this like holy grail of vending machines off in the distance.
Right now it does look that way because, I mean, your mouth is dry and nasty and yuck.
Alright, so he's like looking at that vending machine, kind of looks back at the Playboy and
She's
Paradox.
She's just busy with her board. She's working, so.
Okay. He's like, hey, Paradox.
Huh? What?
I'm gonna go over there for a bit. You just keep an eye on Playboy.
She kind of looks over at Playboy and looks back at Scotty and is like, okay, fine.
Alright, thanks. That shrimp leaves a real bad aftertaste. And he starts walking over to that Holy Grail.
The Holy Grail. All right. So, Paul, can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay, buddy, because we're coming back to you. The throng of people in the street. I mean, you're really not seeing anything here. Ring took off to do her own thing. What are you gonna do? You were walking off somewhere?
Yeah, he was actually looking for a drink himself to wash down those noodles and extra protein.
All right. So you see some some vignettes there. There's other food stands. You could buy a drink from one of them. I mean, you got your choice, man. What do you want? There's even a butler, a little fountain.
Yeah, no, he's not gonna he ain't gonna risk it. He walks over to one of the food carts and he's like, you got any kind of cola?
Yeah, I got cola. What would you like? Would you
let
like
me get one
cherry
of those.
cola? Would you like orange cola? Would you like black cherry? Would you like blueberry? Would you like you look like one of those energy drink kind of people, right? You want something that has a little pizzazz. Pump you up.
Let me get cherry.
Cherry, okay, cherry it is. One cherry. Cola coming up. It's even got a pop tab on it.
Okay.
That'll be 2 eddies.
And he flips him the two eddies.
Alright. There you go, you got your cola.
But yeah, he walks off, and he's actually kind of walking. As he's walking, he's looking for any I guess what to him would be like hard line points for like a net runner to jack into, just kind of anything like that.
Well, I mean, that's what you think would work, and there's all kinds of things. Yeah, I mean, not being a net runner, but still kind of being around that, you get the idea that they can jack into a lot of different points, especially with a remote connection, not having to like hardline into anything.
Mm-hmm.
You would guess that down here there's probably spots everywhere that they could jack into or connect with.
Nope. So he's kind of looking for that. He's like, hey Scotty, do you know if Playboy succeeded in finding a hard line or something? Because I've found a couple places I think would be pretty good.
Scotty, give me an odd or even roll real quick before you answer that.
Even Steven.
Okay.
Another even.
Go ahead, man.
He's on an even roll.
He is on an even roll.
He goes, don't. I think she was in the process of finding one, but if it turns out to be done, we can go find you. Jack in there. Getting a drink right now. I ate some questionable shrimp. Good tasting, but very questionable. And just left a bad aftertaste.
Gotcha. Yeah, you'd probably want to find a way to wash that down. It's not good, man.
Tasted good though.
All right, so Paradox. I mean, this is pretty boring. You're just watching. You're just watching this woman type away on her little machine. She's got the virtual goggles on, just kind of looking around at different things. And she's not paying any attention to you.
Alright. Well, she is just gonna look around, see if anything shiny catches her eye.
Yeah, there's all kinds of shiny things. All kinds of shiny things. There's like the 2077 version of Hello Kitty. Some really shiny looking clothing. There's a Ripper Doc shop that's kind of back off of the street a bit. Trinkets. More food. The guy with the shrimp didn't go very far. I mean, you could probably still chase him down and get some shrimp if you want.
Nah, she's still waiting 30 minutes to see how Scotty is. But she will, if it's not too far away, go look at that clothing. Did she perceive anything with her third eye?
You do notice, you're not sure whether it's odd or not, but you see a person wearing robes. You see them briefly, and then they kind of walk in between a couple of stalls. It's a red and brown robe, a cowl, and you're pretty sure when they looked at you that their face was completely white, and it actually had like little lines on their face tattooed around their mouth that like mock teeth.
So Paradox will clock that and kind of just keep an eye on that alleyway that this person went down, or went in between the stalls, kind of just keeping an eye out.
Mm-hmm.
See if maybe she's being watched by this strange dude. But yeah, shiny clothes. She wants to go look at those if they're not too far away from Playboy.
Probably about 40 feet.
Alright.
I mean, within, I mean, you could definitely dash back over by her from here if you needed to.
Okay. Yeah. So she'll wander off then, yeah.
All right. So you get over to that clothing vendor, and it's odds and ends clothes. I mean, some of it looks like it might actually be like brand new, but a lot of it looks like it's probably like thrift style stuff. You got all kinds of, some of them are like feather outfits, really shiny, like high heel boots that are like 8-9 inch heels on them. Look like they're gold, obviously painted gold, but
Alright.
anything
Paradox
in particular?
is gonna look at whatever frilly, feathery jacket there is hanging up over there.
Yeah, there is one that is, I mean, it is like, you're not sure, but you think they might be like real feathers. Either that or a really good synth job. But the jacket is like made with these feathers actually sewn into the jacket.
Alright, she kind of just goes oohs and ahs at it and kind of looks over at the vendor and asks how much it is.
Okay. That jacket, that would be 200 eddies. It was made special.
Fucking
Paradox
expensive.
Exactly. Kind of looks at this jacket and immediately starts looking for any imperfections on the jacket.
It's kind of hard to identify what is an imperfection with this jacket because it literally it does have like a leather underneath, but literally the whole thing is covered in these feathers, and it's different types of feathers. Some of them are like the larger fan style peacock feathers, maybe like some hawk feathers, things like that. And it is just a wild, chaotic looking, but I mean, very very flashy.
Paradox kind of looks over the jacket and says, "Do you think really anybody else would buy this? I might be the only person that might consider buying this."
I thought about that. I did, but this one just has this. It's special to me. Very special to me.
So why the fuck you selling it?
Paradox was gonna ask that. Then why sell it? Sounds like you have sentimental
Well,
attachment to it.
You know, I since I come to the city, I don't really want to run a junk shop, but I mean, hard times. I got kids. I gotta food. Need food, and you know what it's like living in the city.
Question is, how many eddies does Paradox even have on her right now? I don't even know. Let's see if I have any notes or anything. I don't know, it just says 0 cash.
She broke.
Guess you're not buying anything then, huh? You want to try and trade? Or steal it? Or what do you...
I just don't even know if we even established any money, anything, so...
You're good. Whatever you want to do with it. It's...
Alright.
I mean, Paul's got cash.
She kind of looks it over and says, well, how about 150?
Give me a roll.
Let's see.
So you're gonna go under social, and you got a couple options there. You pick what you want to roll.
Let's do persuasion. Not great. That's a 13.
Okay. So
Well,
what?
you got some luck you could burn, you know what I mean?
We're gonna use it here.
Give me your spiel. I want to hear this persuasion attempt.
She already said it. Said not many people would buy this.
Gotcha. That one didn't work.
I might be the only person to buy it. Alright, she kind of looks it over and just says, alright.
175. How about 175?
How about 170?
Give me a roll.
No. Nope.
Now what? It now costs 300.
Wow. Yeah, she just gives you this look like, really?
You're gonna haggle me for 5 eddies? Come on.
I have customers that are actually going to buy something to deal with. So unless you're going to buy something, come on, 175. I already come down 25 eddies for you. It's a deal. It's a steal, even. You're robbing me.
Looks over the jacket again. And has a sober moment of, do I really need this? And the inner
Yes, you
demons
do.
say, yes.
All right.
See, this is why,
All
this
right.
is why we
you-
don't listen to the voices in our head.
You are now the bird lady for sure. You
Yes.
have bought the fuggliest looking bird feather jacket in all of Night City, but hey, it is special. It is special.
And it's not even matching feathers. That's what deals me.
It's all different stuff for sure. No, I mean, for her, it's probably a really cool jacket. I mean, she likes being different.
Yeah, it is
In
bad.
fact, she's gonna put it on right after handing over the eddies.
All right, you got yourself a jacket. Ring. So you're heading to the back of the shop, following the Mahatma Gandhi's younger brother.
And very concerned that she's walking into something really bad.
This guy looks about as innocent as a little older man could look. Except for the skull face thing.
Mm-hmm.
And he walks into the back through the beaded curtains, pushes the beaded curtains aside, and walks into the back. And motions you, come.
She kind of glances around a moment and she'll follow him through. It's like, I'm gonna regret this.
Here. Give me your hand.
She's kind of
And he
looks at him for a moment.
reaches out his bony hands. Give me your hand. Come on. It's okay.
She kind of stares at him for a moment, and she's like, "Try anything funny, and you're gonna regret it. Just be aware of that."
Oh, you have little faith. Such little faith. I will introduce you to the prophet. You will know all things. Great things.
Uh-huh.
Come, sit. And there's 3 BD chairs. Really nice ones. 3 BD chairs back there. He's offering you a BD chair. Sit.
She's kind of raised the brows, like, okay. She knows she's gonna regret this later, but she goes and sits down.
Okay. He grabs some, he kind of gets you situated, making sure you're very, very gentle, very kind. He gives you a pillow, kind of fluffs the pillow. Are you comfortable? Is it good? Yes?
Yeah, it's good enough.
Good. And he grabs an incense stick and kind of, through the air, kind of blows it into your face.
She just kind of leans back.
Give me a resist.
I do it. Where is it?
I thought you said it smelled like truly, not like drugs.
Oh no.
Okay.
That one.
Oh no.
This smells really sweet. It's got a
Oh god.
it's got a like this rich, like a blackberry, frankincense and myrrh style. It's just something that you get a whiff of it and you just kind of draw it in. It's like very relaxing. There. Here now. Put on.
She's a little bit more compliant now and goes to put on what he's handing her.
Yep, the BD goggles. This is what he's giving you. Put those on. You just relax. Everything will be just fine. I will be right here. Everything will be okay.
Just kind of nods at him. I'm gonna regret this.
This is gonna go sideways real fucking quick.
Uh-huh.
All right, so you lay back, lower the BD goggles down over your head, and you get that starscape piece for the lights. The lights kind of begin to come together like bars of light heading away, and then faster and faster. It's almost like it sucks you into it. We're gonna leave you right there. Paul.
Yo.
So as you're walking, checking out the street, sipping on your cherry coke, you see a larger building in front of you.
Yeah.
And you happen to notice a strange-looking person in a red.
Stranger than what he's seen so far.
Well, yeah, you've seen some strange things. This one is wearing. It actually stands out a little bit. A red and brown robe, a large cowl. Just kind of, walking quickly along in front of you.
He starts trailing after this person, keeping a respectable distance, looking out for others that are dressed similarly. But he's interested.
Okay. So you take off after following this guy. Mm-hmm. Or you think it's a guy. You can't really tell. They're completely covered, cowled over their head, completely covered.
Okay. Do they look armed?
Can't tell. I mean, it's a big robe. They could be. Very easily could be. It is Night City. I mean...
Everybody's packing something. Okay.
Scotty. So you get over to the Holy Grail of drink, and it actually says the Holy Grail on it. Yeah. It's a new energy drink called the Holy Grail.
An energy drink?
Yeah, it comes in a thin silo can, so the can's like that big, and but just like that round.
Resurrection not included.
I feel like an energy drink would be very risky because, like all the shit that they put
Drugs.
in energy drinks, and given what he just ate, the likelihood of some strange chemical reaction going on in his gut, he's like, that's new, and he's looking at what else they got. See if they got just water, like a bottle of water, something or anything simple.
You do. There's a machine there that has bottled water as well.
Okay, he's not gonna risk actually creating like mustard gas in his gut. He's gonna go get some water.
Here's the oddity to you. Okay, you see this machine like 3 machines down. You got bottled water. The bottled water is 5 eddies a bottle, and this energy drink is 3.
You really want me to have this energy drink? He'll look between them. He's like, and you know what? Just to make you happy, Greg, I'll go for the energy
Get whatever you want, man.
because you really want me to have the energy drink. I'll go for it.
All right. You put your money in the 3 eddies.
Yep.
This actually has like a slot deal where you got to feed the money in there. You can't even use like a cred stick or anything. You got to feed the money into it.
Old fashioned.
So you put your money in there, and you press the button, and you hear this clicking sound. You hear your money drop, and nothing happens.
Just kind of like hangs his head down, like, ugh, of course. He tries banging it on a little, not like too hard, but see if he can like jostle it awake or something.
Odd or even?
Even Steven.
Okay, you jostle it around, and you hear something fall in the machine, but it doesn't come out in the little drawer at the bottom.
Ooh, he got stiffed. He's got to reach his arm up in there.
Is it in that spot where he could do such a thing?
Are you gonna reach up in there and see if you can reach up in there?
Yeah. He's, if it looks like it's close, he'll go for it.
All right. So the slot is like down knee high, so you're probably gonna have to kneel down there and try and get your hand up in.
Yeah.
All right. So you get
that's what he's doing.
You kneel down there to try to fight with the machine to get your drink. Paradox.
Yes.
This person in the robe, as you just got your jacket I don't know, did you put it on right away?
Yeah.
That's exciting. Yeah. This is awesome. This is exciting. It's like, wow, you got your jacket, you're feeling pretty good, and the guy in the robe with the funky face thing, he comes back out from behind these stalls and starts walking. You have this urge to follow him.
Paradox is looking at all the feathers and is heading back over to Playboy. She sees this dude again. She's like, what is this? This is interesting. But then she looks back at Playboy, and then back at Scotty, and then back at Playboy.
Playboy is still, working away, Scotty is, you're not really sure what Scotty, he's like on his knees, reaching up inside of this machine. I mean, this is a really weird looking sight. You don't know what the fuck's going on with this, but...
I don't know. I think in the city, seeing someone like reach into a vending machine like that probably isn't that unusual a sight.
Paradox is very conflicted right now.
Seeing Scotty reaching up in the machine like that.
She's got the angel and the devil on her shoulder.
I should listen to Scotty. I should stay with Playboy. But who's that dude?
Alright.
She's just gonna keep an eye on which direction he's gonna go, but she's gonna turn to Playboy and stand next to her against a wall again, and looks very sad that she can't follow this dude.
I'm proud of you.
So Ring, you have this experience of being sucked into this machine. She's probably had a BD before, right? Okay. So it's not necessarily like a new experience for her. Definitely an interesting thing. After you come out the other side of this light show, you feel like as you look around, it's like you feel like you're underwater. It's like you look up and you see, instead of sky, it's like this shimmering surface. You look around you, there's a hazy light on a sandy floor bottom, like you're underwater somewhere.
She's gonna start to panic a little bit, like she's trying to get to the surface.
Okay. And as you do that, you're like trying to climb your way up to the surface, and you don't seem to be moving. You don't seem to be making any ground at all, or water, or progress. You're just stuck there. And you see a shadow. It's all around you. You have this area of light around you, and then a wall of darkness. Literally like you're underwater looking out, and you can see relatively clearly through the water for maybe 10 to 15 feet. And then beyond that, it's just darkness. You see something kind of move in that darkness.
Her eyes are kind of following what she's seeing moving. But she's still panicking a bit.
Why are you here?
I'm after whoever... And she kind of pauses, like, who the fuck are you?
I am not your enemy.
Then who are you?
Better question is, who are you?
Ring. Or at least that's what they call me.
Ring. Do you know where you're from, Ring?
Kind of pauses, like, yes? But it almost seems hesitant.
Tell me why you fight.
I guess that depends on who you're saying I'm fighting, or what.
I can feel it inside of you.
what?
Confusion.
She kind of floats there, I guess.
She is indeed confused.
Yeah, very much so. I mean, given the state that I'm in, wouldn't you be confused if you were in my shoes?
Maybe. Why do you seek me?
I don't think it's exactly you I'm seeking. It's whoever caused this fucking bullshit for us.
Hmm. I'm gonna leave that right there. Paul,
Yo.
so you're following your robed friend.
Mm-hmm.
You're getting. I mean, you're no longer in the market area, so you're outside of that area. And
So
he-
as he realizes, he actually picks up the phone and calls Scotty. He's like, "Look, I'm following this guy," and he gives him a description.
I'm going to
Seems
stop you
out of-
right there. Scotty is arm deep in this machine. He's in no position to answer right now.
His phone is ringing. he's like, "God damn it! I can't. It's not possible. I can't."
Yeah, let's try again later, my guy.
All right. So he as
so
Scotty doesn't pick
Scotty doesn't answer, buddy. That's a little
He's
concerning, I
busy.
think, maybe, huh?
up a little bit. He calls Paradox instead.
Paradox doesn't have a phone. She only answered
Oh.
internal agent.
Never mind. He tries Ring.
No answer from Ring either.
Again, no answer.
She's in the middle of a brain dance right now.
So instead of actually continuing to follow this guy, considering all of his teammates haven't picked up, he actually calls Playboy.
Oh, well, let's see.
How busy is she right now?
Well, I don't know. Give me an odd or even there, buddy. We'll see
Even
if she.
Steven.
So it rings like 5 times, and finally you hear that click in a sigh. Yes.
Yeah, look, I'm sorry to bug you, but you got eyes on Scotty. He ain't picking up.
I'm a little busy right now, but
All right.
hold on. Let me look around. Where the fuck are they?
Paradox is back in the spot that she was before. Here.
So she looks
Playboy.
at you, Paradox. Yeah, the adolescent is here.
Which one?
The female one.
Put her on.
I can't exactly do that.
Out of character, I'm guessing she's using an internal agent.
Yes.
Well, let her know I can't get a hold of Scotty or Ring, and she needs to start looking for him.
Okay.
Last I saw Ring was he did. I'm assuming he was with the Ring when she walked off into that fucking.
Yeah.
She tapped his shoulder and pointed in the direction she was going.
Okay, so he's like he gives Playboy some directions to the fucking patchouli shop that what's her face Ring is sequestered in, and then she's like, "Hey, well, pass this on, see if she can find where that fucking rat ran off to, because I can't get a whole eye of the one of them, and I might be chasing down a potential lead, some monk-looking dude in a red cowled robe or something. I don't know."
Okay. I will tell this one, Blondie over here. Is that it? Is that all you wanted?
How is it coming? I'm assuming it's taking a minute.
It is. It is
I'll
taking a minute.
appreciate you you putting in the effort.
Well, thank you.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna get back to what I was doing.
Okay. You should click.
And he hangs up.
All right. So, what are you doing now then? Are you gonna start heading? You're trying to find your way back. I mean, you're pretty focused on following that dude. I mean,
he is. I'm assuming this particular individual is still walking off as Paul was having this conversation.
yeah. You do notice that when you end your conversation and kind of look to see where he's at, he's gone. You don't see him in the crowd. You don't see him on the street.
So Paul kind of walks to the last spot where he noticed where he saw him, and he kind of looks around. But he doesn't try to. He does it in a way where he's trying not to look like he's looking around. He's staying on the phone, kind of talking to no one, essentially. Kind of glancing around, giving some directions, to the area. Does he notice anything?
There is an alley, kind of a narrow alley, maybe 5 feet wide, that leads between buildings off to your right. And you think you catch a glimpse of red moving down that alleyway.
Okay.
You want to think on that and we'll come back to you?
Yeah.
Okay. So, Scotty.
Yes.
Whoa, hold on a minute here. Gotta get everybody back. Suddenly by myself. Oop. Get you back in the right spot. There you are. Aiden. So it just dropped all of you. Sorry about that. Okay. So Scotty,
Yes.
you managed to get your arm up inside of this machine.
Yep.
And it's like you reach up in there, and you kind of got to navigate your way up inside of this machine. It's kind of tight up in there.
Mm-hmm.
And you get a hold of this. You think it's your can. It's got to be. I mean, it's the only loose thing in there. It's got to be your can. And you get a hold of the can, and you go to pull it out, and you realize that with that can, your hand is too big to pull back out.
Got to cut it off, Scotty.
We're gonna have to amputate.
Got to cut it off.
Let's see. Is there a way I could use contortionist skill to really finagle, I guess, his joints, his hand, to make it fit?
Nope. Amputation.
You could try it.
All right, let's roll contortionist.
Now one.
That was an 18.
All right. You manage to finagle getting that can out of there.
Yeah.
And it is ice cold when you get it out. Your fingertips are actually a little bit painful now because it's so cold up inside of that machine. But it really, it actually, the can itself is designed to have kind of a glow to it, so it really does have that holy grail feel to it.
Alright, Sky just kind of stands up, looks proudly at the can. He's like, Scotty 1, vending machine 0. And he starts walking back to the other, to Playboy and Paradox as he cracks it open.
All right, it's got one of those screw tab tops to it.
Oh, okay, one of those.
Yeah.
Fancy.
Yeah. So you got to peel the little plastic piece off and then pop it. It's actually a piece of metal that it's not like truly threaded. You just kind of pop it and pull your tab off.
Hey, real fancy. No, better than, I guess, like Monster Energy drink. Yeah, so
It's very much like a Monster Energy drink, the can, only it's not. It's taller and thinner.
Yeah.
Crack it
So,
open.
Yeah, cracks it open. Drink some. Gotta wash the aftertaste of that shrimp, the questionable shrimp, away.
I mean, it's kind of hard to stop drinking it, you know, because you get rid of that taste, and you got the whole cotton mouth thing and everything else, and it tastes really sweet and tart. And give me a roll. Resist torture drugs, please.
No one.
At 18.
Okay. It does have a tart taste to it, but it's very sweet at the same time. It's like the nectar of the gods, brother. It is
Ambrosia.
Yeah, it is so good.
Plus whatever is in it that you made me roll for. Why can't we just have like normal food? It's like you try to get food, you're now addicted to drugs.
Because it's a country basically ran by mega corporations. What did you expect?
They're trying to get you addicted to everything.
Exactly.
Right. So yeah, you win. You won. You now have your can of the Holy Grail. It may even be a collector's item. I mean, you might want to just hang on to that can because, you know.
Does Scotty feel a slight sense of accomplishment?
Oh, he does. He worked for that can, and he did not let the vending machine win.
Okay, good. He should be proud of himself. He did put in a lot of work.
As you're walking back over there, you catch sight of a strange person wearing red robes, red and brown. They glance at you, and their face is completely white, almost like painted white. Some spots that are kind of beige to make it look more like a skull. Road Warrior, the Fury Road, the War Boys, that's what their face looks like.
Witness!
Right, so he sees that, and he's like, huh, weird. And he makes his way back over. No, he makes a mental note of where he saw this person. He makes his way back to Paradox and Playboy.
Okay.
And Wayne does something. He's like, that's not a weird looking guy. Wearing robes, got a weird kind of face paint thing going on.
Paradox kind of looks around rapidly and says, "Can we follow him? Please?" I'm so bored.
Yeah.
What does Paradox actually look like right now? That might be nice
Oh.
to
True, that's true.
She looks like a fucking chicken.
Well, I would imagine it's got prettier feathers than a chicken. Or mention of peacock feathers, man. On a leather jacket.
You tell us. What does it look like?
Iridescent. I would say it's pretty gaudy, but it's also like something you would wear to Coachella. It's very colorful, very frilly, very iridescent, very Paradox.
The feathers don't even fucking match.
No.
Yeah, so when Scotty sees her, he just kind of like blinks for a second. He's like,
What in the
Oh.
fuck are you wearing?
huh. It's like,
She's like, "What? Don't you like it?" And she kind of like models it.
it's very you.
Thank you. I appreciate that. That's why I had to have it.
He just kind of looks at Playboy.
She's just working away. She looks very concentrated on what she's doing.
She didn't even relay Paul's message at all.
Nope.
See, this is why I can't trust nobody.
Hey, Playboy, you able to do that on the go, or do you need to stay here?
Huh? Go. Yeah, let's go. I gotta go. That way.
Did
Yep.
she point in the direction of
Off
the
to
guy
the
we
east.
saw?
Nope, opposite direction.
No.
It's like, he kind of looks.
She starts
her-
walking.
It's like he kind of looks at Paradox. He's like, I don't know. You could go follow if you want. If anything happens, just scream super loud, and I'm sure one of us will hear you.
Paradox kind of blinks for a couple minutes as she's contemplating this god-awful plan. And just says, okay, and walks off.
As she's like trotting off, he's like, you really need to get her a phone.
Probably.
And
Maybe.
he sticks with Playboy.
All right.
I want to let you guys know that before this happened, Greg told us that it was just going to be his goal to split us up, and that is exactly what has happened here. At every opportunity.
So,
Hey,
um,
Paradox resisted once, but then she got the okay to do it, and then she said, bye.
so Paradox takes off after the mysterious robe dude. Okay, so Playboy and Scotty are following a signal. Back to Ring. In your conversation, as you're talking with this disembodied voice, the movement out in the dark becomes a little more, almost like materializes as something comes out of the dark towards you. Something big comes out of the dark towards you. Kind of scary at first. So you got this conversation going on, and this thing's coming at you.
She's trying to move backwards. And then realizes she can't.
You are one of the immortal ones.
So what?
I don't know how to put it into words. Words that you will understand.
I think I gather what you mean.
As this thing comes towards you, you notice that it's a dolphin.
Oh.
So
I was
long,
expecting
and
some-
thanks for all the fish.
It's
I was
Fucking
expecting some
dolphin.
Cthulhu-looking things. Like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
it's a dolphin that is augmented. An augmented dolphin. It actually has cybernetics.
She just kind of looks at things like. Sorry, my nose. She just kind of looks at things like, the fuck?
It swims directly at you. When it's about 2 feet away from your face, it starts to turn. Doesn't hit you, doesn't bump you or nothing, just kind of gradually turns and swims around you. Like circles around you.
She kind of watches as things like, I'm guessing you're the one I'm talking to. God, this is fucking weird.
I am the prophet.
Uh-huh. So, I guess you might be able to tell me what the freak is going on with us and why we've got weird voices in our head telling us to kill shit. Or maybe that's just me.
I don't know why you have weird voices in your head.
Go figure.
But I do know that you have a problem.
Yeah, and what problem is that?
You have a virus.
And you can fix it?
No. I'm sorry.
Can you at least tell me where it came from?
I can point you in a direction. I don't know if that's where it's come from.
It's better than what we got right now.
Burns going nuts.
Yeah. He's ready for me to go to bed.
So this is all the offer, all the help that I can give you. What you seek is 9348 L.
And what exactly am I supposed to do with that?
You must find Calypso.
Oh, something tells me I'm gonna have a fucking headache after all of this bullshit.
With that, it moves up to you. Its nose coming right at your forehead, and as soon as it touches you, you get the reverse effect of those lights, like you're being thrown back out. Back to consciousness.
She's gonna come out with a motherfucker, I hate that shit.
The
I think that guy's getting a shot.
the little man is standing there, just kind of. He's got a little grin on his face. He's like, you've seen the prophet, yes?
I saw something!
Oh, it is glorious. It is glorious. It is. It is.
Uh-huh.
That will be $30, please. 30 EB, please.
She just kind of stares at us like, you fucking gotta be kidding me.
What, lady? This shit's not cheap.
Just immediately changing its tune.
Come on,
You can't-
pay up and get the fuck
You
out of
can't
here.
fucking make this shit up.
And she just kind of stretches her finger
accent
and
is
her
gone.
and her rippers come
Love
out and goes, I so want to fucking rip your throat out right this second. You want to try again? Bitch.
You think I'm the only one? You the only one that threatens me? Come on, just pay the 30 eddies and be on about your way. You got an experience of a lifetime. You got to see the prophet. I mean, come on.
Uh-huh. Profit my ass, fucker.
Someone's profiting.
Non-believer. Non-believer.
Mm-hmm.
30 eddies, lady. Hey, and you can come back anytime. Visit the prophet again. Many do.
She'll flip him to Eddie's and then flip him off and be like, fuck you, asshole.
You have a nice day now.
Yeah, screw you. And walks out. And makes sure to throw the headset back towards him.
Okay. All right. So, Scotty, you're following along with Playboy, and she's like picking up her pace. She's like, I think I got it. I got it. I got it. We just,
Oh shit.
it's that way. Come on, let's go.
Okay, and he's. I mean, he looks back. Is Paradox just long gone by now?
Oh yeah, she's on her off on her journey.
He's like, really gotta get her a phone. Then he's gonna call Paul. I mean, I suppose when he takes out his Nokia, he'll see the missed call from Paul. And he'll call him. Like, hey, Paul.
Paul picks up. Yeah, what's up?
Playboy's got the signal pinned. We're heading there now.
All right. Yeah. I don't know if she relayed what I don't know. I just saw something weird. This guy in a red and brown robe, full cowl. Didn't get a look at his face, but you don't know. I mean, given that it's fucking Jig Street, it's weird. But still, I don't know. It felt weird to me.
Me and Paradox saw someone just like that. She went to go after him because she was bored.
All right. Well, we'll see if we can figure out whatever the fuck is going on with that later. Anyway, I'll meet up with you guys. Where are you?
He says to Playboy, "Hey, where are we going?"
We're going. I don't know exactly, but we're going east.
Okay. He says to Paul, "It's like, okay, we're at the wharf right now. We're going east."
All right. I'll meet you guys
Cow.
there.
Yeah. Full cow.
Yeah, full cowl.
All right.
Cow.
All right. So you guys are talking over the Nokias, right? Or are you?
Yeah.
Okay. So.
Yeah,
But.
and after saying that, Scotty hangs up.
So, Harper, I want to jump back to you quick. So you're walking your way out of the shop. First thing you notice is no Paul.
She starts looking around, like, mother. Of course, can't trust any of them to be around when we fucking wander off. Well, shit. She starts looking around, hoping to maybe find a trace of one of the others.
You do see, the one thing catches your eye. There's a taller guy that's kind of walking through the crowd on the other side of the street. Dressed in a red robe, red and brown, cowl covering his head. You think it's a guy.
It's a full cow. Remember that.
And he's heading off to your right, kind of up the street. Definitely looks suspicious. Okay. All right.
It's at that point she gets a call from Paul.
She doesn't have
Doesn't have
a
a phone.
He says, "Yo, what are these?
Y'all only had the two or
Is it-
three,
is it
and one
only-
of them got destroyed.
There's only. I mean, y'all could go out and buy one. Shit.
What does
All
she
right.
want to carry around a fucking brick for?
It's. I mean, apparently it's only Scotty and Paul who have enough sense.
So, Playboy tells you to have. Give me Paul's number. Give me Raiden's number. I'll ping his phone so I know where he's at in correlation to where we're going.
Well, didn't Paul already call her?
Oh, that's right. She did. He did. Never mind. I got it.
Okay.
Okay. So she takes a minute. She kind of stops, takes a minute, and she's like, "Okay, good. He's kinda in the direction we're going."
All right, cool. Don't know what's going on don't know where Paradox is going, but maybe we'll run back into her.
All right, let's go. We gotta go.
All right, and he's following her.
All right. So, are you gonna communicate anything to Paul?
Well, I mean, he would have just received the ping from Playboy,
Yes.
right?
There you go. So, Paul, you just received a ping from Playboy.
Like a directional ping.
Yep. You can tell that they are coming your direction.
Okay, so he pretty much follows him.
Okay. Paradox. So you follow along with this guy in the red robe. probably a couple of city blocks. And you find yourself in an open square. You walk, there's some steps down. It's an open square, some trees in the middle, some benches. And as you follow this guy, you find yourself in this square with 5 people, all of them in these red robes. And they circle around you.
Okay.
Ring. You're following along behind this fella in the red robes. And you find yourself in a similar situation, only you're at a crossroads in the streets. And there's actually other people around you as well, but there's 5 of these guys in the red robes, and they not like right on top of you, but they have surrounded you at a distance of about 15 feet.
She kind of looks around at each other and is like, well, shit.
And I'm going to leave it right there, and we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll see how this all pans out with Scotty and Raiden heading to find out where this signal's at, and who are these guys in the robes.
Alright.
So we'll see everybody in about 10 minutes. Thank you very much for hanging on with us, folks. Hang out for about 10 minutes, listen to some good music, or go get yourself, take a break, get something to drink, whatever it is that you fancy doing. We'll be back for the conclusion tonight.
Outstanding.
Good morning, night city, a day in the life. I was on my own, catching a ride with the lady. Her hair hangs down past her thighs, blue and pistol shit. Satisfies, leather jacket, zipped up tight. Big ones coming, look for lost and found. Iron gleams, bright and night city, where your appetite weighs you out to sunrise. She pulls my trigger, got me up alright. It's a danger pretty here in night city. Here in night city, got me up alright. Here in night city. The way you chase and tease me, get me up so high. We're on the rooftop and you don't compromise. Too many hollow, empty bodies lying around my street. Don't testify. You got to whisper now on your arm, and so we keep on moving. Gotta take it slow. No, she pulls my trigger, got me up alright. It's a danger pretty here in our city. She pulls my trigger, got me up alright. It's a danger pretty here in our city. Here in our city. trigger, got me up alright. It's a danger pretty here in Night City. Good morning, Night City, a day in the life. I was on my own, catching a ride with the lady. Her hair hangs down past her thighs, blue and pistol shit. Satisfies, leather jacket, zipped up tight. Big ones coming, look for lost and found. Iron gleams, bright in Night City, where your appetite weighs you out to sunrise. She pulls my trigger, got me up alright. It's a danger pretty here in Night City. Here in Night City, got me up alright. Here in Night City. The way you chase and tease me, get me up so high. We're on the rooftop and you don't compromise. Too many hollow, empty bodies lying around my street don't testify. You got to whisper now on your own, and so we keep on moving. Gotta take it slow, no. She pulls my trigger, got me up alright. It's a danger pretty here in Night City. She pulls my trigger, got me up alright. It's a danger pretty here in Night City. Here in Night City, got me up alright. Here in Night City. She pulls my trigger, got me up alright. It's a danger pretty here in Night City. Good morning, Night City, a day in the life. I was on my own, catching a ride with the lady. Her hair hangs down past her thighs, blue and pistol shit. Satisfies, leather jacket, zipped up tight. Big ones coming, look for lost and found. Iron gleams, bright in Night City, where your appetite weighs you out to sunrise. She pulls my trigger, got me up alright. It's a danger pretty here in Night City. chase and tease me, get me up so high. We're on the rooftop and you don't compromise. Too many hollow, empty bodies lying around my street. Don't testify. You got to whisper now on your honest, so we keep on moving. Gotta take it slow. No, she pulls my trigger, got me up alright. It's a danger pretty here in our city. She pulls my trigger, got me up alright. It's a danger pretty here in our city. Here in our city, got me up alright. Here in our city, she pulls my trigger, got me up alright. It's a danger pretty here in our city.
All right. And we're back. Hopefully you guys were able to get drinks, refreshments, whatever it was that you were needing. Maybe just get up and run to the restroom.
All right.
Are we ready to do this? So, Scotty, you and Playboy are moving pretty as quickly as you can through the crowd. She seems pretty dead set on the location that she is leading you to. I'm gonna leave you there for right now. Paul, as you're moving through the streets, you seem to notice, well, you notice several of these robed figures step out of alleyways, doorways, from behind little street side vendors. And the street around you starts to clear. And you see one other figure step out with them. She is probably about 5'5", so not super tall. Lean build. Wild. Looks like unkept synth hair. It's like kind of changing.
Tech hair.
Deep, yeah, tech hair, but it's deep colors like blacks and blues, purple.
Yeah.
A little
She's
wild.
got mood hair going on. Gotcha.
She has a pair of IR goggles on. Obvious implants. You can tell that her right arm is a cybernetic arm. Probably has a deck in that arm. Brown skin. Kind of deep freckles, dark freckles on her face. She has a really liquid way of moving. Not like a normal walk. It's kind of a saunter. You find yourself in a circle of these robed figures with this lady on the outside. She's kind of looking at you with this grin. We've got you. The burned one.
The what?
You.
Like, that's literally his response.
You are the one that burned. When the city was lit on fire, you are the one that burned. I know who you are. Lawman.
Listen, lady, whatever you're on, you know what? Keep doing it. Live your best life. And he goes to continue walking.
And these guys close in on you. Not like coming up and grabbing you, but they're obviously not going to let you move away.
Listen, I've got shit to do. Doesn't involve y'all. Would you mind telling your fellow nut jobs to move?
No. It does. You involve us. You are the one that we seek.
Okay, and you're looking for me for what? Do I owe you money? Did I sleep with you at some point and didn't call you back? I don't know. What do you want?
You notice as she starts to laugh, you see the augmentation in her mouth. She has vampires, so she has fangs. No.
All right, make it quick. What do you want?
You.
And Paul, the look on Paul's face is changing from annoyance to he's getting testy now.
I want to live.
Isn't that what you're doing now? Living?
Oops. All right, so we're gonna move on from. Yep, we're gonna move on from Paul for a moment.
The cult got him.
I'll come back to you, Rid.
Okay.
Okay, so Paradox. You are encircled by these 5 guys in robes. They don't say anything to you. They just circle around you, definitely blocking your way from each direction. Oh, you're muted, ma'am.
Now?
Yeah, I got you now.
Okay. Kind of takes a stance like she's getting ready for a fight, because all of a sudden there was just one dude and now there's 4 other dudes, and she's like, what the fuck is going on here?
They don't
Can
say
I
anything.
help you? What? I'm just gonna go. I'm no longer interested in this. I'm just gonna go.
So from under the robes, each one of them pulls what looks like a stun baton.
Oh god.
And
She just looks at the ones that pull out the stun baton and says, you don't want to do that. I promise you don't want to do that. In fact, just walk away now. Pretend like this never happened, and we'll just go our merry way.
Okay. I'm going to leave you right there. Ring.
Yeah.
So, same thing. You have these 5 people now in robes that have encircled you. They don't say anything to you. Each of them pulls out what looks like a stun baton from under their robes. They don't attack you. They're just encircling you.
Yeah. She just lets out a sigh, like, well, so much for figuring this shit out. She lets her rippers free, and she's just like, if I'm gonna go down, might as well get down fucking swinging.
Okay. Scotty.
Yep.
As you guys are pushing through this crowd, Playboy points to a building and she's like, there, that building. We gotta get in there. And she starts heading towards the building.
All right. And he goes along with it. It's like, all right.
All right. Paul.
What a
Can you hear-
memento.
Okay. Well, I'm going to go ahead and give you this piece since you can hear me. So this person kind of saunters up to the edge of the circle. You will come with me.
No, the fuck I won't.
One of you is going to come with me. I would prefer that it's you, the Burn Man.
Based on that information, he probably can guess that they probably have at least, at the very least, eyes on the rest of the team. It's like, all right, under one condition. Just me. You leave the other ones alone, and I'll go with you.
Okay. But you have to come under my conditions.
And those are.
She pulls something from up her sleeve, basically. Pulls something out. And it's 2 red pills. You must take these.
Are those roofies? Those are roofies, aren't they? He actually says that too.
it's not
She's
a
placed the blame.
choice.
The roofies.
She just kind of, bats her eyes and smiles at you. You are a dangerous man. You must submit.
Submit. It's a tough one. But fine. As long as I can confirm that the rest of my team is being left alone, I'll go with you. Give me a second. He doesn't really wait for her to do anything. He pulls out his phone and he contacts Scotty.
You're running up a stairwell right now, Scotty.
Yep. Scotty answers like, "Hey, what's up? You almost here?"
Not exactly. But do you got eyes on Paradox? And I don't know. Was Playboy able to get ring signal? I know she doesn't carry a fucking phone, but hopefully.
I got no idea where the other two are at. I'm with Playboy and we're getting into this building.
All right. Well, some shit's about to go down, and I might go missing for a little bit. Just find the other two. All right.
Scotty just like stops like in the middle of the staircase. Like, I'm sorry. Repeat that. Do you want to explain?
It's you remember that guy I mentioned earlier, the one that you saw?
Yeah, rogue guy.
Yep. Well, I met some of his friends, so, and I have a good idea that the other two probably met some more of his friends. So I'm gonna go with him, and they're gonna leave the rest of y'all alone. But seeing as Playboy was smart enough to do what she did, and it's here where he's hoping that she took the hint, or that he's taken the hint that since he's pinged, that they'll be able to track him. And he's like, you might want to also check my backup, by the way, just in case. Hopefully that he's getting the hint again. But anyway, just go find the other two. I'll see you later, kid. And he kind of hangs up at that point. He's like, all right, well, give me the roofies. Come here.
She hands the pills to one of the roped figures, and they bring them over to you.
He takes him. He's like, got anything to drink with this?
No.
Hey, You expect me to take roofies? Don't even bring water. Fucking inconsiderate. And he pops them in his mouth and swallows them.
Okay. So Paradox, you're getting ready for a fight, I assume.
Yeah, if they take one more step towards her.
Suddenly, these 5 robed figures just turn and walk off, all of them in different directions.
I'm gonna follow one of them.
Okay.
One going back towards where.
All right. Back towards where?
So whatever direction she was following the guy in,
Yep.
she's now following whoever is going that closest in that direction.
Okay. All right. Are you trying to be stealthy about it? Or what are you gonna wait a little bit and then try and eyeball one of them, or you just gonna take off walking right behind, right with him when he turns around, starts walking away?
She's gonna give him a minute, and she's gonna kind of compose herself, let her wolvers back in, and then she's gonna try and sneakily, using the crowd, try and follow him through the crowd.
Okay. Roll me a stealth roll, please.
That is a 13, and I'm gonna use 4 luck to make that a 17.
Okay. Ring.
Yep.
You're like really ready for a fight. Ripper's out, ready to rip some ass here, and these guys just turn around and start walking away from you.
She's gonna stand.
What?
She's gonna stand there like the fuck. And then curse that she doesn't have a phone or a way to contact the others. And be like, the fuck is going on here? She kind of watches and picks one of the guys and starts following. And she don't care if she's stealthy or not.
Okay. All right. So you start walking off behind one of these guys, and a couple of minutes of walking, and this person, you can tell they know you're there. They kind of glance over their shoulder a little, finally the hood kind of comes down. You can see bald head. He looks at you like, what the fuck are you doing? And starts moving a little quicker.
She just keeps following him.
He takes off in a dead run.
She's like, okay, fuck this shit. She just kind of starts looking around at the direction they've gone. She's like,
I mean, dead run like lifts up these robes that he's wearing, and you can tell he's got pants and boots on underneath him, and starts running.
she's just gonna let him run off. She's like, yeah, fuck this crap. And she kind of starts looking around at where she's at. And she's like, the fuck is going on here? And at this point, she'll look for a way to try to get a hold of Scotty.
Okay.
Payphone, something.
So Scotty, you just got this cryptic message from Raiden. You're standing in the stairwell of what, for the most part, is a hovel. I mean, crappy ass, probably condemned building people are still living in, and Playboy is like headed up. When you stopped, she kept moving, so she's like 2 flights ahead of you now.
Okay, so he looked back down the stairs and back up to Playboy. Like, shit. And he starts running after Playboy. Saying, hey, Playboy!
It's right up. It's on the roof. I can see it.
Yeah, hold on a second. And like he's still moving with her while they're having this conversation. Like, he's not stopping her. It's like you sent ping to Paul, right? Do you know where he is?
Oh, shit. What do you want to find the signal? Whatever's producing the signal's right up there. It's right up there. Let's just go see what that is, and then I'll find your friend.
How close are they to the top?
Maybe 2 flights.
2 flights? Okay, that won't take long. It's like, all right, fine. But what? The second we're up there, we need to find out where he is. He got surrounded by some people, and they've taken him.
Okay. Well, never gets boring with you people, does it?
It really doesn't.
All right,
And,
here, let's go. Let's hurry. We'll get up there.
Yeah, Scotty actually picks up the pace and kind of like overtakes her.
Okay. Paradox. You're trailing this guy. Okay. You get probably 4 or 5 blocks away, and the one you're trailing starts taking the, he's kind of ducks into an alley, not necessarily hiding or anything, but he starts taking these robes off. Looks like, I mean, like he's a ganger, obviously, but not of one of the major street gangs or anything like that. Peels the robes up over his head, is just kind of chuckling. Easiest money I ever made. And you see a couple more come walking up. Look like maybe they probably just got out of their robes as well. Washing off the face paint. One of them's got a bottle of water, kind of splashes on his face, washing off the face paint.
Far away?
What's that?
How far away is she?
Probably 30, 40 feet. I mean, you were able to stay relatively close to him, and with that, you did a pretty good stealth, been pretty stealthy about it, so. They seem to have lost all interest in you.
Gonna rush at the one that she was following.
Okay.
And run into him and knock him down.
All right, give me a brawling roll.
Come on, man.
Ooh.
Fine, I'll use my last 2 luck and make that a 16.
Okay. All right, you managed to tackle that was your tackle him. So you managed to tackle this guy completely by surprise. I mean, the other 2 guys are like, "Oh, what the?"
Did she hear their conversation of easiest money I've ever made?
Yeah.
All right, and she's gonna basically grab this guy's collar and be like, "What the fuck do you mean by easiest money you ever made? Who hired you?"
So these other 2 guys pull heavy pistols out.
Doesn't even flinch. Doesn't even move. She's still just holding on to this guy's collar.
Okay, so you're trying to use intimidation on him. Give me a roll.
Sure.
Put a hole in him. Plug him.
If I can remember where that's at.
See if she's a true murder hobo or not.
Oh, she's definitely a murderer. It's not even a fucking question. Come on now. We know the truth.
Is there an intimidation?
No, there is.
No.
There's persuasion, but there's also an interrogation.
You did use interrogation. Yeah, sorry about that.
I mean, I'd rather use my persuasion.
Okay.
That one's a 16. That's not bad.
So, now, setting aside what you already said, I mean, how are you persuading? I mean, you tackled him, got him on the ground, but I mean, what are you actually doing and saying here to persuade this guy to not fight back? And answer your question.
So she has her hands on this guy's shirt or his collar, the wolvers are gonna very slowly come out. As
Okay.
if enticing, like she could let them all the way out and basically just take this dude out in one fell swoop. She's going real slow.
His eyes grow as he realizes what's happening, and he can feel the warm metal up against his skin. He's like, "Look, lady, I didn't. I wasn't gonna hurt you. They just paid me to hold you up. That's all. That's all."
She just pulls him in even closer and she says, "Who?"
I don't know. Some guy in these fucking robes. They're hot and stinky, and hey, they paid me. I mean, come on.
Man's gotta
Where
eat.
did you meet him? Do you know where
Well,
I
I
can
didn't
find
really
him?
meet him. He kind of met me. So, I mean,
You gotta give me more than that, man.
look,
Otherwise, you're gonna get metal in your skull.
all we know is we got paid 1,000 eddies each to stop you, and if we were ordered to, we were going to use the stun batons on you. They didn't want to kill you or anything. I don't know why they wanted you. I don't know nothing. All I know is that we were told to wait for further instructions, and when the instructions came, they told us to walk away, so we did.
At that point, she's still holding on to this guy and looks up at the other ones. Says, "Do you have any information?"
No,
Seriously,
No.
1,000 eddies. That's a lot of money.
All the
That's it.
same,
What he
nobody
told
has
you. What he-
any other experience.
Look, he hired us. I mean, they point to the guy on the ground. I mean, I gave me some robes and said, "Here, this is what we're gonna do." I mean, we weren't gonna, we don't want to hurt you, unless you're gonna hurt us, and then we're gonna have to hurt you.
She kind of thinks for a minute, contemplates. She loosens her grip on this guy that she tackled. Says, "You better be telling me the truth and all the truth."
Scout's
or I'm
honor.
doing-
Scout's honor. Scout's honor.
Whatever the fuck that is.
Alright.
I seen
She's
it in a
gonna
movie once.
She's gonna slowly get up from this guy, look at all three of them. Says, "If I find out any of you didn't give me any information, I will hunt you down. And you won't like it when I hunt you down."
Well, I don't know. I might like it. I mean, maybe.
When you push me down, that awakens something in me.
Get hidden kink unlocked.
She just pauses at that. Says, "And why? Whatever," and walks away.
It's okay. And so, Scotty, you get up to the roof. What you find up there is there's a full rig up there. It's a relay beacon. Playboy seems really interested, but kind of disappointed. He's like, "Fuck. This is just a spoof. This is nothing."
What do you mean? You tell me they put this here to distract us?
Probably. This thing bounces signals. They're all over the place. There's like 20 different signals coming into this thing. There's no way to know where anything. This is nothing. This is just a spoof. I'm sorry. I don't know. This isn't gonna. If this is what the problem is, then I guess we just shut it off. I don't know.
Sky whips out his electro bat and just smashes the thing.
Okay. And you go to town on this thing, smashing it, and she's just kind of watching you smash it. And when you're done, she's like, you really need to see somebody about that.
It's like, where's Paul?
Oh, yeah. And she looks at you for a moment. She's like, I don't know.
He's like, shit. He like thinks for a second. Then he kind of like remembers what Paul was telling him. He pulls out his phone and he's going to try to call Sebastian.
Okay. Hello.
Sebastian, need the
Yes.
trackers on.
You need the trackers on. Are you sure that's a good idea?
No, but I don't got any other choice right now. Someone's got Paul.
Oh dear. Someone's got Paul. Do you know who it is?
No idea.
Okay. All right. So I'll turn the trackers on, and I will see if I can find Paul. How's that?
I love Sebastian.
Once you got his location, ping the rest of us where he is, and shut the trackers back off.
Okay. Ping you and then shut the trackers off. But won't that I give all of your locations? I do believe it will. Are you sure this is what you want me to do?
You got any other ideas how to find Paul? Listen, the rest of us will be on the move. Wherever that ping ends up, we won't be there any longer for anyone else who might find it.
Ah, yes. Yes, that's true. What about me? I'm not able to move.
I know that. Listen, me and the other two, we're gonna go find Paul once we know his location.
All right. And I will get the defenses ready. And that's right. No one will get in here. We'll take care of that. Is that all?
When you ping everyone, make sure you get out a message telling Ring and Paradox that Paul's in trouble. Go find him.
Okay. I'll get right on it.
All
Click.
right. Yep.
Ring and Paradox. You suddenly your internal agents come on. They're activated. By the way, Paradox, I need you to roll resist torture drugs for me. You get a ping that says, someone's got Paul, go find him. Those were your exact words, right?
Yeah,
Right.
it should include the Paul's location for the tracker.
Well, no.
Huh? I thought you told him to turn on the trackers.
Last known location. Yes.
Well, yeah.
He turned them on. He pinged all four of you, sent the information that you gave him, which is someone has Paul, go find him, and a location to go to. And then turned them back off.
Ring's gonna take off in the direction.
Okay. Paradox is muted again.
Sorry, I was eating popcorn and Matt keeps telling me that it's
appreciate
crunchy. And so she also takes off after getting that ping
Okay.
towards that direction. And she got a 9. So I am assuming that she is now infected with whatever virus these guys have.
She got the AIDS.
Cyber AIDS.
Cyber
Well, you do okay. So Paradox, you as the connection drops, you get this weird feeling, like there's another call coming in, but there's no call. Like something's there, but not there, and it passes pretty quickly.
It's a ghost.
All right, so she ignores it for now.
So Playboy's just looking at you, Scotty. Like, are we good?
Before she even finished that like sentence, Scotty was already off running.
Okay. I'll just, you do you.
See you later. I guess.
That's fine.
I mean, this guy's just like, so come on.
Oh, like okay. I'm oh, all right. Phew. Guess you're not planning on using that bat on me. I'm glad for that. she follows you. All right. And we're gonna leave. Well, actually, okay. So the three of you do actually meet up at a. It's kind of a cross section in the city. There's 5. They're not really streets, like driving streets. They're more like alleyways. They're wider alleyways. They all converge into one hexagonal area in between the buildings, kind of like just a
pentagram.
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
a pentacle. Not pentagram.
Yep.
Whatever the 5-sided fucking hexagonal shape is.
When you get there, there's a few people there, but Paul's not there.
All right. He looks around. So there are probably some like stalls or storefronts where people likely would have, had a view of what was going on. Right?
Well, there's in this particular spot, it's not that big. There's not really. There are some not stalls like vendor stalls, but like I almost like lean-tos for people who live there, so to speak. It's LA, man. I mean, yeah, Night City. Anyway. So that's what you got. Death by Snoo. I think Matt froze.
Yep.
Yeah.
So all 3 of you converge on this spot. So
As Ring comes up, she looks at Paradox and is like, okay, well, at least I found you two. Where the fuck is Paul?
I have no idea. I first thought he was with you. But then these weird dudes walking around with face paint and robes.
That surrounded and then turned around and walked away after like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Yep, been there, done that.
Yeah, I tracked one down. Apparently they were hired by somebody. 1,000 eddies each. That is an insane job for the amount of work that they did.
Yeah, especially if that means you were surrounded, I was surrounded, and chances are Paul was surrounded. That's a lot of fucking eddies.
Yeah.
So who is responsible and what the fuck do they want?
I'm back. Can you guys hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we can.
we got you.
I had to like restart my whole browser. For some reason, things just stopped.
Ooh. So these two are conversing now. All 3 of you are in this hexagonal area. So there are some little lean-tos. Basically, I mean, people live here. Basically, it's typical Night City. There's garbage everywhere. Stacks of garbage bags around the dumpsters that are down the alleyways, and
All right.
the smells that go with that.
Yeah, is there anyone who looks like they've just been like hanging out around here?
You notice distinctly that the people around here are not paying any attention to anything other than whatever it is that they're doing, and definitely no attention to you.
Any signs of the direction Paul went?
You could try doing some weird tracking skills if you have them, and see if you come up with something. But
I mean, there is indeed a tracking skill.
mhm.
It's either that or we risk booting up the system again for another ping on the tracker.
Ring's gonna look at Scotty actually at that point and be like, "We may not have a choice."
It's like fine, and he's gonna call up Sebastian again.
Hello.
Hey, we need another ping on Paul's location.
Another ping on Paul's location. Okay. Are you sure?
Yes.
Paradox just looks at Scotty and says, "Fuck it, let's just turn it all on. Just turn it all on. We'll figure it out. That way, Paul can at least try and communicate with us with his internal agent."
Fine. All right. Leave it on, and we'll deal with whatever happens.
Turning it all on. Okay. And you can physically feel the reconnect of the system connecting back up to all three of you.
Ring just kind of shudders with the whole thing. Is like, "Fuck, never gonna get used to that."
And I mean, it amplifies the other connection that you have as well. So you can tell that there's more than just the system that you're connected to. Something else is there.
Yeah.
And, go ahead.
This guy's gonna engage his scrambler descrambler cyberware.
Okay.
To try to prevent this other party from listening in on their conversations.
All right.
All right. And he goes, Paul, can you hear me?
We're going to stop right there. That'll be the end of this episode.
Damn.
He's dead.
Bring it cliffhanger.
Come on! 10 more minutes, please.
Fucking
Oh,
dead.
okay, all right. If
Wait,
you want to,
he left us a trail of noodles. We just gotta follow that.
I was gonna say, damn it, Paul, you didn't leave a bread trail.
Not bread trail, noodle trail. Noodle trail.
Fucking trail of noodles.
Let's cut it. We'll cut it off right there, and that's a great spot to pick up from.
Christ.
And it's a great cliffhanger too, so I love it. What'd you think? I mean, that was the introduction to a little bit of this side quest piece that we're doing. So, did you have fun? Did you enjoy it? Was it a good story for you?
Yeah.
It's following us.
Yeah, I like it.
We just had time for shenanigans.
Yeah. No.
I'm just wondering what all the other nicknames are for us, since Paul is the burned man.
My man said you haven't left a trail of fucking noodles.
So if you want to find out more about that piece, because there is some story behind that, and Rob and I have been talking about, because we haven't actually done a backstory piece for Raiden yet.
True.
So I would, with everything that we're doing right now, it might be a little bit tricky, but we might be able to squeeze in a backstory stream, so a one-on-one stream for Raiden so that we can give a little bit of his story and tell people where the old fella came from.
Yep. Nah.
So, and that'll help you understand the Burn Man thing. There is quite a story.
Well, I know.
there.
I know the story. A
Yeah.
little bit of it. And why they would call him the Burned Man. I understand that.
I think as far as like what we've done on stream, we know a little bit, but we know far from the full story about Paul. Maybe they'll still explain his unhealthy obsession with noodles.
Look, all you need to know is the noodles. Okay.
It's all about the noodles. All right, guys. So let's do a little maintenance. Hopefully everybody in the audience really enjoyed the story tonight. Give us some feedback. This one was a little bit different because we're going to be choppy going through the next month here with GaryCon. So it's going to be a little, we're not going to be able to be as consistent is the problem we ran into. So I decided to pull some content ahead and introduce Calypso, which is a new antagonist, we'll put it that way. An interesting one. So with that said, we have GaryCon obviously coming up. We are just about finished with the 4-part for Cyberpunk that will be going in there. That 4-part for GaryCon is called Beyond the Black Wall. It features a story that we created, really a couple of years ago now. We first play tested it through our personal game, and we've adapted this 4-part as being chapter 1 of that story. And the people at GaryCon are going to be the first ones to experience that outside of our personal group. So I'm really looking forward to it because it's an awesome story, and it really, there's a lot of depth to it. So
a lot of interesting characters.
So, and we'll be taking that content after GaryCon and putting it together in a releasable format. I don't know what we're going to do with that. We may just offer it out there for people. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, so we'll be making it available. Maybe even doing a playthrough right here on the stream, just to show people what it is.
Yeah.
So GaryCon, if you're going to be there, I will be there all 4 days. I will be working my butt off, I guess you could say.
Oh yeah, he's running 2 games a day.
2 games a day, 4 hours piece. It'll be interesting.
You're gonna be so wiped out by the end of that.
I will be.
Oh, yeah.
I will be. I was really shocked. I guess I shouldn't have been quite so surprised, but I really expected that there was potential that maybe I wouldn't be running all those games. But then all the games filled up like right away. As soon as they opened it to silver badges, it's like boom, 2 hours later everything's full, and I've got people in queue waiting for a ticket to open. So I'm like, wow, okay. I guess I'm running 8 games. Fantastic.
Yep.
I'm excited for it though. I'm really looking forward to being able to get this story out there that we've worked very hard on, and give the special players, the people who have signed up to sit at the table with me at GaryCon, an opportunity to be the first ones to, and they actually technically will be the first ones to experience this story, because we modified the story from the original story that we did in our private game. So this is it parallels, but it is different than the private game story. Yeah, so that's the GaryCon piece. We'll also be running some virtual games. So if you can't get to GaryCon, Matt and Rob are both going to be running virtual games during GaryCon, and Rob will be running Witcher, I believe, and
Yes.
Matt is going to be running the Clown Show.
As I specialize in doing.
He is. Matt's a clown show himself. Just look at the guy.
I'll be running a Cyberpunk one-shot based around the Bozos. Bozos.
Because he's a bozo.
I said that like Jeff Bezos.
You have an unhealthy obsession with that particular group, Matt.
like they're wacky, all right. I like the wacky things.
I still want to introduce the one that we created, not the bozos, but the one that the group that we created at some point here. So we got do that.
Yeah.
In due time.
Yes, they're awesome. People will love them. I love them. So yeah, that's the GaryCon news. We also have the update log, which I will roll right over to Rob to tell us about the update log and what's coming up.
We will be diving into the update log, episode 42, this coming Wednesday. We'll just be diving into some more interesting news. Apparently, some more layoffs have happened. Can't remember which company, but it's definitely I think it's like 630 or something like that. Folks got let go from this particular studio. So the hits just keep on coming, man, and we're not even we're only about 2 months in, give or take a day. We're about to be
Today's
actually.
the last day of
Yeah, today's the
February.
last day.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's
still got one more month in Q1. So
yeah, just got one more month. Let's see how many people get let go there. But yeah, and then some interesting news for you. For those of you who don't know, the D&D next edition, or 5.5, 1 D&D, whatever you want to call it, has been pushed back till the end of the year. We won't actually be seeing all 3 call rule books finished until February of next year. So that's some news, unfortunately. Although some good news is coming out. In place of the original release date for the player's handbook of the new edition, a module, an adventure module for Vecna is coming out that same day. So May 21st, 2024. It will be a module for Vecna for characters level 10 to 20.
I gotta do some. That brings it to mind. I gotta do some Ravenloft at some point here because it's been so long, and we just have to do that.
We gotta do something spooky.
I've never played Ravenloft, and I've always wanted to.
Yes,
Ravenloft.
Yes.
I've never played it as well, but I've heard really, really good things about it. So
it is. I love it. I absolutely love it.
Add it to the list.
The list.
Yeah, it's a list that just never seems to stop.
And we still have we have a list of one shots that we're going to do. We've kind of taken a little bit of a break for that right now, so we can get some other things done. We also have started talking about our personal project, so Project Horizon, and I bring that up now for 2 reasons. One, I want to extend a really special thank you and very much love to both Harper, Jenny that plays Harper Ring, and Chloe plays Nyx, because these two, Jenny has taken on a role helping us out as the primary moderator for our Discord forum. So, and she is my hero officially as of taking that role on. So, yes, ma'am, we love you too. And Chloe is like an amazing person and doing some really fantastic artwork for us in conjunction with not only the content we're creating for GaryCon, but she's also probably going to be doing some content for our system when it's put out. So we have a couple other artists in there that are going to be doing some really awesome work too, but Chloe has really stepped up into that, and I thank you.
It's because I felt guilty using AI art, so
yeah, I get
I just gotta do it.
All right, guys. With that, where are we going? Well, actually, we have. I'm going to raid into Stormy again tonight, I think, because he is on right now, doing his thing. So we'll head over there and see Stormkeep. All right, thank you, all of you in the audience. We love you guys very much, and it's because of you that we're able to keep doing this and keep creating some awesome content for you. It's fantastic to see our community growing and be able to, really provide good, great, hopefully great stuff for all of you. Any feedback that you have, please do leave it. Let us know what we can do better. And looking forward to seeing you next week.
Check out the Q&A channels in the Discord too if you want to drop questions for these guys.
Yep, for the update log.
We
And yeah,
I do want to throw this out there. I don't know a date on it yet, but we are going to. Old Man Garrus and I are putting together an idea to do a little book club thing, and we're both big fans of the Wheel of Time. And I think that's going to be exclusively through our Discord channel. So if you're interested in that, the Wheel of Time will probably be the first thing that we do some reviews on, really talking about that story, and then the thing that's called the Wheel of Time coming out of Amazon, which is a good story too. This is not the Wheel of Time. Anyway, join us for that if you are interested. And our raid is ready. So,
all right.
everybody have a
See you
good
guys
night.
next
Adios, lady germs.